Yo, 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 what's good? Thank you for coming to the House of B.A.R.F. I'm Chanman, and before we get started, I would just like to emphasize that the content that we share on House of B.A.R.F. is for informational and entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors, and the information provided should not be considered as professional financial advice. Investing and financial decisions involve risk. It is crucial to do your own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any financial choices. The opinions expressed on House of B.A.R.F. are of our own and do not reflect the views of any organizations that we may be affiliated with. Please remember that past performance is not indicative of future results, and the financial landscape can change rapidly. Always conduct thorough due diligence and seek financial advice from a financial advisor tailored to your personal needs and circumstances. By listening to this podcast, you agree that the host and in the future, if we have any guests, are not responsible for any financial decisions you make as a result of the information presented on House of B.A.R.F. Now let's dive into today's episode. Yo, 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 what's good at Chanman House of B.A.R.F.? How's everybody feeling? I'm a little upset right now. I mean, it's all good. Just right now, I have some technical difficulties. Like, as soon as everything could be almost picture perfect, something else got to go wrong. So, for example, right now, it's like I got the house to myself. I can start creating content, and then my laptop is starting to give me some technical difficulties. I'm not sponsored by anybody, and I'm not, it's just that this is why I kind of like to stick with Apple when it comes to laptops. But it's all good. I don't have an Apple right now. It's just like, man, it's whatever. So, other than that, I really hope everybody's been having a wonderful weekend. My weekend was actually pretty well. It actually went really well this weekend. Saturday, I had a book signing event at Patasco's flea market in Baltimore, Maryland. It went really well. Been getting a lot of support out there. If I could just say, shout out to my Baltimore fam. They can be very, very particular about who they support. They showed me so much love, but they were like, man, it'd be even better if you were a Baltimore native. Where you from? I'm from PG, but don't get it twisted though. See, the difference between me and like somebody that's like from another part of the DMV is that I have the luxury of being able to explore multiple different cities. I mean, almost daily. It's not like next month or a couple months from now. It's like, hey, we got tickets to go down to, the Kennedy Center in DC, or we got tickets to go to, I don't even know what the center is in Baltimore, but, I don't know what's over there. It's like a McCormick and Schmitz or something. I can't even remember. But that for me is pretty much on a regular daily basis. So I'm letting them know, like, look, yes, I'm not from Baltimore, but, I'm out here pretty regularly. You know what I'm saying? I know about the spots. Not all of them. And trust me, I've been on the county side, been on the city side. So I've been on the east side, I've been on the west side. And of course, I still go to Northern VA, Nova. I go to DC pretty regularly. I will let you know, actually, if there was anything funny, it's the fact that I'm rarely in certain parts of Maryland, like Western Maryland. What's that, like Deep Creek and whatnot? I'm not even sure if I've ever been out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just various cities. Like when I pretty much leave the house, I'm probably going to Nova, Baltimore, DC, or some other city or state. It's very rare. I mean, I'm trying to think. No, I got the little local spots that I go to whenever I feel like hanging out. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I got the little local spots. I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, had the book signing. The book signing went fantastic. Baltimore definitely showed love. They were wonderful. So I want to definitely say I appreciate y'all so much. And I just love the energy when, you know, I'm as a black man selling a book that touches on small business for, school age children. And I'm even starting to notice that this is actually starting to have an effect on not only just school age children, but also teenagers and young adults and even adults. They're really appreciating the message that I'm trying to get out there. And some individuals are actually saying, like, I got the message. That is a beautiful thing that you're trying to push for young children to not only understand how to acquire money, but also how to plan for the future, family, community. There's a bunch of different things that you're touching on. And some people even told me, to be honest with you, Chan, it's a very easy read. And I actually read it probably 2 to 3 times already. And I'm like, what? For real? And they're like, yo, I want to let you know it's a pretty good read. Pretty good read. So good stuff. So if I could just say one thing real quick, of course, glory to God. Glory to the team of people that came together to put that project together. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. So I wrote the story. Okay. So one question a lot of people ask me is, how long have you been writing? Like, are you an author? And whatnot. And I'm like, no, not really. I'm not really an author. This is basically what was going on. I've always been into finances since I was probably like 19 years old. Very young. It was like, for me, I loved basketball, I loved business, I loved finance, and not in that particular order. I probably fell in love with business and finance first, and then fell in love with basketball. And then basketball became kind of this avenue that I could utilize to possibly fund my business and finance lifestyle. However, it never happened. I never got past, certain height, flat-footed, whatever, and never went pro. I mean, I'm just using that as an excuse because that's what people typically go towards. But to be honest, I don't even really think that was the situation. I think I kind of just lost my drive once I started struggling in school. And I wasn't really like I was struggling. I just really stopped concentrating on school, and I started putting basically everything I had into basketball, and then things kind of went crazy. And I can still kind of remember that first fall. I was probably like 16, 17. I was probably a sophomore. I probably wasn't a junior. I probably was a sophomore in high school. I can still remember that first fall because I had started playing sports period when I was like 5, 6 years old. My first sport was, I believe, t-ball. And then I played that for 2 or 3 years. I believe my family really wanted to push me to become a baseball player. But baseball really wasn't, my thing. I had, I guess, the stout or not the stout, but the structure for a baseball player, I don't know, just, thicker guy, and actually I was pretty good at it without even practicing. I didn't even practice t-ball, baseball. I played baseball for a few years. Didn't even practice, probably not once. And teams would be like, "Hey, walk him. Don't let him hit the ball because he's going to try to slug that shit, and he's going to try to run for all 4 bases. That's his mentality. That's his thing." The coach, I even remember one time, was like, "Hey, Chan, I'm gonna put you fourth like every game. You just go on fourth." I'm like, "Yo, put me up first. Let me knock it out. Let's get started." He's like, "Nah, you don't get it. Baseball has a strategy, a plan." And I was like, "Baseball got a plan? What? Yeah, you got singles, doubles, triples, grand slams. People actually plan for that shit." And I'm like, "Yo, you kidding me? You can't be serious." To tell you the truth, I actually loved that coach. His name was Kelly, Coach Kelly. I actually liked that guy a lot. I haven't seen him since I was 8, 9 years old. Nah, maybe like 9, 10 years old. No, it was 8 or 9 because he moved on to a different league. Back then in Kansas, there was this league called, this is not baseball, this is basketball. It was called Biddy Basketball. So I played Biddy Basketball with him for a little while. Then he left, probably got another opportunity as a coach. I thought he was a pretty good coach. And then this new coach came in and it was awful. And then that's when I transitioned to Maryland, got with some coaches I thought were really well. But, career just never took off. So I think I kind of fell in love with business and finance first, if I had to think about it, and then transitioned to basketball to be kind of like, oh man, this could really help me go somewhere one day. And I really did love basketball. I just fell in love with it. And not to mention also, not to say anything, but my parents weren't big on contact sports. My parents were kind of particular on more so get successful using your brain, not your body. This is kind of just their theory. I'm not saying it's fact, but their theory was more so, if you get rich, using your brain, you'll have longevity for you and your family. You know what I'm saying? But if you get rich trying to use your body, by the time you're 40 and your kid's 20, you won't even be able to walk. They'll I mean, or, what I'm saying? It's like you're still young and you can't even really hardly in the heart failures on that. So not saying that that's fact, okay? But one thing I will notice is that a lot of individuals that I have talked to that use their body to get wealthy or get successful. I haven't talked to a lot of individuals, but I have talked to a few football players and whatnot. They'll even say it too is, I really hope my child doesn't go into football or something like that. They're like, I did it, hopefully, so that they didn't have to. But, just like the caste system, whatever your father or mother did, well, back in the caste system, your mother probably wasn't working. But regardless, whatever your parent did, it's pretty much what you're probably going to do growing up as well. So people still to this day are still doing what their parents do. Even though we have free will now to do whatever you want to do, it's in our DNA. Even in my DNA, supposedly, back in our slave days, we were still entrepreneurs. My family supposedly was good with business and finance. Supposedly, I don't know. It's long stories. I'm not even sure that you hear just sitting down with the family. We weren't even slaves. At least not the whole time. It was purchased our way out at some point. And we weren't slaves. So I don't know. These are long stories. But yeah, supposedly bought our freedom, and this is kind of where we get kind of so where did we come from or what happened? Is Hayes really our last name? It may not be. Not sure. Don't know all these stories. Still trying to get this laptop up. This thing is not working, and this is going to be devastating because actually this is how I've been trading. Besides trading, and then also spent some time with the little ones, and it was fantastic. Like, what I'm saying. So I'm on my last few dollars. Like I really am. It's getting bad. Like, so I'm on my last few dollars, and I haven't been doing the best with my finances as well. So that's what a lot of people would think. It's just because you're sitting on one side of the microphone or one side of the desk that this individual over here got it together. They must got it together. They got a podcast talking about business and finance. They must be really good with their business and finance. No, absolutely not. I'm terrible. I don't want to say I'm terrible, but I'm just a regular, I'm regular schmegular. I'm just a regular ass individual. Okay, I shit standing up. I put my legs in my pants at the same damn time. It's like, no, I'm kidding. I'm a regular ass individual. My shit stinks. I sit down to squat, pop a squat. I put my pants on one leg at a time. Regular ass individual. I get to the mall, which me and my little ones did. We went to the mall. Got them, some stuff. I didn't even get myself anything, which typically I don't. But yeah, I didn't even get myself anything. Just got them something so they can enjoy themselves. I'm like, screw it. I'm on the last few dollars. You know, I still got my faith in God. I know God's not going to let me down. I know how my Father does. He lets me get all the way down to the bottom of my rope. You know this, and then when I feel like I'm at the bottom of my rope, He lets me know that you're not. You're not at the bottom of your rope. I got you. And, you know, and I'm like, goodness, why did you have to take it that far? And then I feel like God's like, where do you think you get it from? And I'm like, oh, goodness gracious. You always got to go to the very edge. I've always been like that since a youngin'. Always. I always got to take the experiment, whatever we're doing, take it to the very edge. And then I'm like, all right, cool down. You know, instead of before you fall off the edge. You know what I'm saying? So, I said, you know what? I'm running low on funds. I'm battling every day. Shit. Had another individual, that stole some money or some shit. Like, what the fuck? From me? Like, I'm fucking broke. You know, it's a whole lot, man. It's a whole lot. Individuals, man. And like, I could really use that bread. You know, like, I'm trying to pay these bills. You know, but nobody cares. All they do is care about themselves. That's all anybody ever does. So I went ahead. We had a good time. We even stopped by a Dave and Buster's, and we played some games. It was really fun. We really had a great time. One of the highlights, one of the monumental moments of the evening for me was when my little man came to me and was like, Dad, that was one of the best days I've had in a long time. And I'm like, thank goodness. I mean, he could really use it. Both of them, they could really use it. You know, they've been going through it, you know, with everything that's been going on. So even just to take those last few dollars and be able, everything may go to turmoil. I got the car company, threatening to repo the car. I haven't been able to pay it. A house default, everything just falling apart. And it's funny because I damn near got nothing. I've lost everything. I got a lot of ongoing matters going on, so I really can't touch on everything. But all this stuff going on, and my little ones have not abandoned me yet. My little ones are with me damn near all the time. They're just like, Dad, I just want to be with you, Dad. And the thing that's crazy was, I can't go really into a whole lot, is how much this image was painted against me by individuals, and my little ones were able to just see through it. Like they not falling for it. Like, nah, that's not who my dad is. Y'all could put him in that category if y'all want to, but clearly y'all weren't nothing good for me anyways. Seriously, if I was still in my situations like this book wouldn't have happened. This book, in my personal opinion, only occurred because I had to get certain individuals up out of my way. And trust me, it's hard. It's hard. It's like you get this phone call from God, and if God is like, hey, I need you to do something. And you're like, yeah, sure, anything. I need you to get rid of all your in-laws and all your friends and basically all these individuals. You're like, come on, God, are you serious? Yes. All of them. I need them out. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, well, let me figure out how I can get this done. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, at certain points in your life, you know what I'm saying, you all had the conversations. Yo, if anybody, one of us hit the lotto, I'm going to split it up this way. We going to Montego Bay, and we chilling. And then, man makes planning and God laughs. And it's like, So, God, who am I going to split the bag with? First, secure the bag. Stop sharing your pearls with all those swine and the same people who've been there the whole damn time. The whole damn time. Those individuals. The individuals, when you were at your lowest, were there. The individuals, when you had to transfer jobs, they were there. The individuals who, when you were traveling back and forth to cities and you had to leave and you would look in the rear view and they're coming outside of the house on the porch waving goodbye. Those individuals. Not the individuals when you're at your lowest wanted to charge you for rent. When you're at your lowest, didn't even say goodbye to you when you're going back and forth city to city. Not the individuals who are cheating, lying, and stealing from you. You can't split no bag with those individuals. You got to get those individuals out. As much as the goal and the objective was to, make this work with that individual, not to let God down, not to let the family down, not to let the black community down, got to make this work. Well, God's like, yo, I got another plan for you. And it's like, I just need you to be ready. All right, it's coming. Just get your mind right. Get your body right, everything, and I don't got all that under control for real. I'm still messing up, for real. So, working on that. So, wonderful weekend. As y'all usually know, I have nothing to talk about. I just hop on, and we get going. So, I can tell you a couple things with the book signing. It went well, and I got a bunch of contacts. So, what I'm going to do with these contacts is I'm going to reach out to them. I have a bunch of their names here. And I'm going to reach out to them and I'm going to say, thank you so much. I'm going to jot up an email. Now, when I jot up these emails, I'll let y'all know. I go to the internet. I go to ChatGPT. And one thing is, someone asked me, was Langston Mason's Cool and Made Adventure written by ChatGPT? I said, hell nah. No. Okay, let me touch on that real quick. So, approximately like 4 years ago, okay, I was working on a podcast called The Breaks on Anchor, which I believe Spotify purchased them. I've told this story before. Also, I started on this children's book. Just the concept, just ideas. Didn't really get started writing on it yet, but just kind of the ideas that I wanted in the book. So then I get a contact from my former employer saying that, yeah, we'll bring you in. So when people ask how long have you been writing and whatnot, I haven't really, I'm not an author. To tell you the truth, I'm not even really an avid reader. Now, what some people will tell me is, you do kind of read a lot. It's just different. Like, you like to read articles. I like to read, the Wall Street Journal, articles on my phone, Yahoo Finance. So I can read a lot of articles and they say, you know what? I mean, that's probably the equivalent of, a book or something, I'm saying, that you've read today, not a whole book, but, it's like, I never really think about that, because I'm trying to keep up with the times and what's going on in the markets and everything, So they say, it's not that you're an avid reader, like laying on the beach, right near the beach and reading a book. I did get a new book. I got a lot of individuals who are really trying to be supportive. They really want to support me in a very positive way. So they're letting me know that, hey, just letting you know, I know this is a terrible time in your life, but keep your head up, and, giving me stuff about other black men that have been through similar situations. This is hard. I'm not going to lie. This is hard. But at the same time, I'm actually okay. And, maybe I'm not okay. And I just really haven't had the opportunity to think about it. Because as soon as everything started happening, like terminated from job, a spouse deciding that they want to, dissolve the union, bills piling up, no funds because stuff happened. All this was going on so fast that I had no choice to do anything other than um, I had to. What's that saying? When the going gets tough, the tough get going. I had no other choice but to get going. There was I had no opportunity to like even dwell on what was going on. It was just awful after awful. I had to. If I would have sat around and cried, I don't know what could have happened. I mean, I'm not saying I'm making my situation better, but I will say this: mentally, I think I've helped my immediate family, me and my little ones, out so much. So even if the house gets into foreclosure or whatever, sold, whatever, I think that for these last, I don't know, it's been like, damn, it's been like a year now. Well, no, not a year. It's been like, what? It started around like April of 2023. So from then to now, what was that April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. We're going on like 10 months. Like, so these last 10 months of me and my little ones being able to really vibe with each other and really get to like talk about the situations and what's going on and everything, I really think we're mentally prepared that let's say we have to move in with family, you know what I'm saying? I think we're mentally prepared now. We're like, okay, this is our future for right now. It's not forever. We know dad is working really hard on whatever he's working hard on. He's working really hard on pushing that book. He's really working hard on creating his content, and not even to mention, they're seeing their dad put into work in something that he's particularly not, I don't know, it's not really like what I thought I was going to be doing, which is crazy because sometimes that's just the way life goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got individuals telling me, yo, business and finance may not be your path. That may not be you. I know as much as you want to do it, you've been doing it for so long. You've been doing it since you were a little one. I'm dead ass. I used to have this little ledger in my, I had an entertainment system in my room. It was like a old ass, for like, your microwave. Like you put your microwave in the middle and then you put like groceries on the top or whatever, seasonings on the top. And then on the bottom, you have like some seasonings or whatever you want to put. I had that in my bedroom as like my entertainment set. So when my parents were about to get rid of it, I was like, nah, I'm going to take that because my older brother had a TV in his room. And I thought it was unfair that he had a TV in his room because I grew up in like I'm they call our generation a generation of like mesh. Basically, we've experienced like all types of life from, what are the vinyls to MP3s to what is it, streaming now. So I grew up in the generation of one TV household for a while. You know what I'm saying? That's just what that's what my family did. We just had one TV in the family room. And it wasn't even like a big thing, like watching TV all day. That's why I was such an outside body. That's why I was always outside riding bikes and playing basketball. Because there was one TV. It was in the family room. And then as we got a little older, then yes, we put one in like the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? So there was a TV in the family room, TV in the kitchen. A lot of times it was just music, a lot of music playing. Those are the great days. My mom would be playing music. Actually, I wasn't able to listen to any music other than R&B, jazz, and gospel. That was it. Mississippi Mass Choir. I can't even remember all the different choirs, but Mississippi Mass Choir, Kurt Franklin, and Whitney Houston. That's all that was playing. And I'm kidding. I'm joking. But that was really all it was. Stomp. All my people say. Stomp. And that's we would just play the music, and then they would have that TV. And the thing about the TV was, so for example, my older brother wanted to watch a TV show like Beavis and Butthead or The Simpsons. My parents would be like, Chan, we don't really want you watching that. So my brother would have the one TV, and I'd have to find something else to do. So I would go play with my Ninja Turtles or these things called pods. I don't even know. Like you would stack a tower. I don't know what we did as kids. We just did whatever. It was pods. I would go run around in the storage room. We had a storage room. Run around there, go outside, ride my bicycle, go play basketball for hours until eventually we watched a TV show that everybody could watch. Um, so, I would have that little microwave thing in my bedroom, and in one of the bottom drawers was this ledger that I had about all my finances. I'm like 11, 12 years old doing this. You know what I'm saying? I even can remember one time when my parents found it, and my parents used to go through my room as much as they say they didn't. They went through my room because I could tell, the way things I had set up, and I could tell when things were moved. And I remember at one point they found the ledger, and they were like, "Wow." Like we did find, actually, I had a book of rhymes as well. I'm not really like a rap artist or nothing. I took like an attempt at it. I mean, like I did it a couple times, even when I was in like third grade. Me and my boys would try to write a couple rhymes like, yo, check up, you know what, neck up, that was like third, fourth grade. And then like around like middle school, I started trying to write some more rhymes. I was listening to probably a lot of like Ja Rule, 50 Cent, Eminem, Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying? Ice Cube. So I'm trying to get my rhymes together, you know what I'm saying? So I had a book of rhymes and I had a book of my ledger. So the money that I got coming in is coming from, probably just doing chores around the house, shining shoes, maybe shining my parents' shoes. Um, and then also I would like sell candy, which I plan on getting back to selling candy. It really was something of mine that I really enjoyed doing. I really enjoy selling candy. It's fun. Just like the energy with this book, um, the energy with selling candy is just the same. Like people don't look at you, I guess, as a threat or that you're trying to like, harass them or sell them something that they don't want. Usually people who want candy want some candy. People who want to read some literature about financial literacy or small business, they enjoy that. They think it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Um, So I've always been into business and finance. I remember, when people found my book of rhymes, of course, this is one thing where I kind of like be like, yo, like it gets kind of frustrating. Where I don't want to be rude to anybody, but a lot of people will give you so much advice. It reminds me of that Dave Chappelle episode where he's sitting down eating dinner and somebody comes up to him and pitches him an idea of a comedy skit. And it's kind of like, yo, I'm sitting here, man. I'm trying to eat my dinner. You know what I'm saying? With my family. Yeah. And it's kind of like, yo, if you really think that's a good idea, no offense, as humbly as possible, you go do it. Go do it. Go start the skit and just start it on whatever. So, even with the ledger. So my people pull out the books and they're like, yeah, we don't really approve of your rap lyrics. These are terrible rap lyrics. But the other thing was we were very surprised that you have a ledger. I'm like, I keep a ledger. My ledger went from the money I brought in to all the money I spent, miscellaneous expenses, everything. And I had that thing for years. Did really well. So they were really surprised that me as an 11, 12-year-old kid was doing that. So that's where I say, like, yo, business and finance has always been a part of my life. And it's crazy, like, when I go on interviews and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, like, even when I was 16, 17, I might have been selling bootleg DVDs and whatnot, doing really well for myself. So, when questions come up, like, this is when I was younger. Right now, I'm getting the same questions, but it's different. Right now, I'm trying to trade, and my portfolio is getting demolished, just demolished with the withdrawals. And I'm trying to trade, and I'm doing good trading, but my income isn't my outcome. But so as much as everybody say, as much as I would love to go down the path of business and finances, because it's what I love. It's like what I'm passionate about. Sometimes in life, it may not be. Sometimes you like in football. I don't know everything about football for real. I don't know nothing about football, but I know as a defensive end or something, sometimes you want to make that initial contact, And then I guess if you feel like, yo, this offensive lineman or whatever got me, then it might be best just to disengage that contact. You know what I'm saying? And figure out something else. So that's how I kind of maybe thinking is maybe it's time to disengage from business and finance. Because one thing that happens in business and finance, once you join business and finance organization, like if I joined a broker dealer, immediately I would not be able to trade for myself. And as much as I can like get all the knowledge and something to trade for someone else's account, which is cool, it still doesn't resonate the same as if I'm trading in my account. You know, so when I'm trading in someone else's account, it's basically me regurgitating all the knowledge and everything that I got. It's like, okay, yes, 529, this, okay. You want to make sure you take your required minimum distribution before here. Now, let's say, for example, someone in my family calls me and it's like, hey, could you help me with the required minimum distribution? What am I supposed to do with this? It's like I got to churn on a different trigger. Like, oh shit, this is for real now. You know what I'm saying? That's look, even my customers I take very serious. It's not that I'm just like playing around or what. No, it's not that at all. It's just that I got to turn on a different trigger. I'm like, oh shit, this is okay. All right. So I've been doing this at work. You know what I'm saying? But now, oh, okay. So, okay, that's your income, mom or dad. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. All right. Here we go. And then you get the wheels turning in and you're back in motion. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's very possible that, you know, because a lot of people have enjoyed this book and they say, man, this is what people are telling me. I truly think that you should really consider letting business and finance go and enjoying the world of literature. And you can incorporate um, your business and finance acumen that you've acquired over many years. My business and finance acumen, you know, comes from several different places. You know what I'm saying? It's not just working for a BD or anything. It's starting a candy store as a preteen, you know, um, washing cars, cutting grass, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's not all working for the BD. So I have a different aspect I'm not saying from everybody else, but I have a different aspect in my mind when it comes to business and finance. You know what I'm saying? There's the portion where it's like, okay, this is how business and finance done. And then there's that portion of professionalism that I may not understand. It's kind of like, huh? Like what? Okay, this is how it's done. Okay, you know you don't have to do it this way, but okay, if this is how we do it in corporate America, I'm down. You know, so that's why I try to keep myself in this balance of don't allow these people to know, you know, how I hate to say it, how smart you really are. Just try to fit in, stay under the radar, you know, and just keep doing your thing. So, um, yeah, eventually, if you're curious, eventually I did get my TV in my room a couple years later. Actually, I think I was cutting grass for a summer. Yeah, I think I was cutting grass for a summer. And one of my boys calls me and says, hey, he was working at Target. And he was like, hey, I want to let you know we got some TVs on sale. The TV at the time was probably like $100, no more than 120. These are like tube televisions. Man, I was so excited. I went crazy. I got the television, and that's probably when puberty hit. I'm kidding. It hit way before then. I was probably like 16 at the time. I can't even remember. No, yeah, I was probably like 16 when I got the TV. But I remember, oh gosh, watching Jerry Springer straight after school. Oh, gotta go watch my Jerry Springer. Jenny Jones. And I was also watching Recess too. You know, it was good old days. But yeah, sometimes you may have to change that plan as much as you really want to be in business and finance. So I've been interviewing for jobs and like seriously, I'm like, yo, am I like the worst employee in the world? Like it's like nobody really wants to take a chance. It's like, yo, what the hell? Like, yo, I work hard. I really do work hard. And I know people say, oh, and this is one thing I can't stand about interviews. One, why the hell do I gotta look fresh to death for this interview? Like, yo, I've been out of work for a year, trying to pay my mortgage and everything. So what you been doing the last year? Surviving. Literally, it's me and two little ones. I feel like a grizzly bear with a couple cubs. And I don't know when the next storm or whatever is going to come. I've just been surviving. How you been surviving? I've been trading in the market, but I may make 2-3 grand, in the market, or, I like to use percentages. Gosh, this computer is acting so stupid. This thing is blowing me. Damn it. I can't stand. I like Apple, but this is one reason why I want to get my shit on point is because I'm tired of living other people's lives. I'm tired of blaming other people, because I don't have a laptop, you know what I'm saying? And, people want to help out. And, hey, here's a laptop. I got a laptop for you. And I'm like, hey, thanks. Cool. But it's not the laptop that you want. It's not the laptop that works well for you, but it's all good. You just make it work. God gives you a lemon. You're going to make us some sweet ass lemonade. Actually, I like my lemonade to be a little bit tart. Make it, but, I was making probably about 5% a month. And my bills were probably about 15%. You know what I'm saying? And then not to mention, I don't know. I do have my money spending issues. I'm not perfect. And as much as I'll start Chandler Gregory Hayes Financial Therapy Consulting and Community Outreach Program and sit down with other individuals, they also say psychiatrists and psychologists need to go to therapy as well. I'm not sitting here saying I'm the expert. What I do think is that I can sit around, listen, and possibly help individuals with plans. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm sorry to say it. People say, well, practice what you preach. Yes, you're right. Because you know what I'm going to do after my therapy sessions, consulting sessions, is I'm probably going to head out, meet up with the fellas, and we're going to go watch some football or some basketball, and we're probably going to drink some beers, knowing damn well that one session probably paid me somewhere between $200 to $400, and then I go out and I spend $100, $200 on hanging out, and then I go back and do it the next day and next day. I'm not perfect at all, so I spent 25% of my earnings. I still got to pay taxes and all the other bullshit. I'm not perfect at all. I do have a passion, and trust me, people want to sit down with me all the time and try to help me get my shit right. Typically, when I'm working or whatever, self-employed business, typically my shit is on point. The issue is when you surround yourself around individuals who don't have the same like mind. So I'll be around a lot of people, and they'll be like, so my credit score, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so one thing with credit, and don't take this as advice, okay? So, one way my credit score was so good growing up, and people don't understand this shit, okay? I opened up a credit card early, like 18. I used to shred all my credit cards up until probably a couple years ago. So, from 18 to 26, before I probably started using my credit card, my credit score went up. Based on like perfect payment history or whatnot, whatever it was, had a great credit score. So I always had my credit score in like the 7s, pushing probably 8s. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I never really got past like the mid 7s was because I never had real estate or anything. So if I had my perfect payment history and all my bills, now, man, my credit score is demolished. It is crushed. That's the reason why my situation is so bad. Because I can't really, no, it's not that I can't. I can't move into another place right now. I can't get another car. My funds are depleted. My credit is up. My credit score is down. Like it's a terrible situation to be in. Now, can I get my credit score fixed with a job? Yeah. Give me 6 months on the job. Not shit. If I got an advance, like a $25,000 advance, credit score fixed 30 days. Done. It'd be a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be 30 days. I'd be where I'm at now, which I'm not, I don't want to even say. To be honest, I even stopped checking it. I knew it was going down. I've missed payments. My debt to asset ratio is way off. It's awful right now. But I could guarantee you in about if I got a $25,000 advance on a job and then got hired on, my credit score would be fixed and I'd give it 60 days. 60 days, it would damn near, it would, oh my goodness, it 30 points just in the first couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? It would, but the situation is all messed up right now. And then I'd have to catch up on bills. Then I would start depositing checks into savings. Then I would put it in my broker dealer, start trading. It'd be a wrap. I'd be back on point. So just waiting on that opportunity to come through. It just sucks. It's like, damn, am I really that bad of an employee? Like, I really do work hard. And, that's what they tell you in the interviews. Don't go in there saying, hey, I'm passionate, I'm a hard worker. Well, that's what the fuck I am. Am I the smartest motherfucking individual in this office? Fuck no. Sharon over there is a genius, and she's 18 years old. But the 18-year-olds type genius. You know what I'm saying? They're like book knowledge, but unless they got some gangster shit behind them, they ain't really prepared to what's really about to go down in a couple of years. When they try to go to the manager and ask for that raise, and then they're going to start realizing that, like, oh shit, this person's really not for me. What the fuck? No, they're not for you. They're using your ass until they can get rid of you and get a new Shelly or a new Sharon or Chris or Matt, whatever, Jeff, whoever. You know what I'm saying? No. Just like your HR representative. They're for you, yeah. As long as you keep shit quiet. As soon as you talk, what happens? That's the motherfucker in court against your ass. There's a lot of shit in the office that I don't understand. But I'm just trying to take it one day at a time and be cool. So a couple things real quick before I let y'all go, because I would like to get back to trading real quick. Right now, one of my Carnival short calls appears to have reached approximately 15%. I think I just sold that contract on Friday. No, I sold that thing on February 9th. It reached 14%, so I could probably go ahead and I may get rid of it, keep it, I'm not sure. And I got a couple contracts on JetBlue that I could sell. So a couple things. I'm on TikTok right now, and I've had a couple of videos that I guess were viewed a lot. Let me go ahead and explain real quick. So I was chilling one day, and I'm here. Let's just go ahead and take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Thank you so much to everybody, which my audience has dwindled down from about 20 down to about 8 now, 7, 8 now. My spins are down to about 1 spin, again, 2 spins per episode. So it's still people there, and thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I have been slumming on my Spotify for podcasters. One, I've been having technical issues with this computer. I'm trying to get the camera up, but the driver for the computer somehow disappeared. I don't know how. So I'm working on that. Also, I've been getting these views on TikTok and followers on TikTok. So let's go ahead and take a quick break. There's a couple things I want to touch on. I'll be right back. Thank you so much to everybody who took time out of their wonderful day to come kick it with your mans. I appreciate it. This is Chanman, House of B.A.R.F. I am thrilled to introduce you to an exciting new storybook journey that I believe will capture your imagination. Allow me to present Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure, a compelling short story that promises to transport you to a world of interest, excitement, and learning. The title of the book is Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure by Chandler Hayes. In a world of colorful imagination and captivating stories, a new children's book has emerged to empower our young minds with crucial life lessons, life skills, and financial literacy. Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a cheering short story written by a talented Black author who understands the importance of equipping our youth in the early stages of life with the tools they need to navigate the realm of money, savings, and smart choices. Meet Langston Manxton and his imaginary best friend, Zonky, a pink elephant, two curious souls who embark on an adventure around the vibrant landscape of Wichita, Kansas, where Langston Manxton sets out to accomplish multiple goals and is met with obstacles that he must overcome. Langston Manson and Zonky discover valuable lessons of talking about finances in the home in order to gain knowledge. Langston Manson, with a little bit of confidence, the guidance of supportive parents, the help of community members like Mr. Tiller, and his imaginary best friend Zonky, Langston Manson learns about the value of money and how to save, the importance of making thoughtful spending decisions, the significance of thinking outside the box when met with challenges with money, and the joys of sharing with others. Through relatable experiences and engaging storytelling, young readers are introduced to the fundamental concepts of money, such as earning, saving, and spending responsibly. Langston Manson set savings goals, teaching children the importance of planning for future needs and dreams. The book celebrates diversity and the different perspectives on money, shedding light on its role in different people's lives. The characters' interactions emphasize the joys of serving others, the gift of sharing, and making a positive impact in their community. The pages of Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure come to life with vibrant illustrations. The colorful and imaginative visuals not only captivate young readers, but also enhance their understanding of complex financial concepts. Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is coming soon to bookstores and online realtors. It is a must-have addition to any child's library, fostering essential life skills while sparking the joy of reading. Empower the young minds in your life with the gift of financial literacy and imagination. Join Langston Manson, Zonky, family, and friends on their extraordinary journey of running a drink stand to set them on the path of a brighter future. Your opinion means a great deal to me. I would be honored if you would consider exploring Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback could play an invaluable role in shaping the future of this project. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to discuss the book further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Your support in spreading the word about Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure would mean the world to me, and I deeply appreciate your consideration. I am a passionate advocate for financial literacy. Me, Chandler Hayes, and am excited to join the community of storytellers. With a background in finances, I am driven to inspire children to embark on their own adventures of learning and discovery through the power of literature. Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a heartfelt endeavor to promote financial literacy in a fun and accessible way. As a Black author, I'm committed to providing children of all backgrounds with the tools for success, and I am proud to contribute to a more financially informed generation. Thank you for taking the time to explore this advertisement, and I look forward to the possibility of sharing this extraordinary literature adventure with you. Please feel free to contact me. You can reach me at the email c287gph@gmail.com. All right, thank you. Warmest regards. Have a great day. God bless. Yo, what's good, Chanmanhouseofb.a.r.f? Thank you so much to anybody and everybody who decided to take time a wonderful day to come kick it with your mans. I appreciate it. So, I previously on the previous segment wasn't really talking about nothing pertaining to barf. I may have touched on something, just didn't realize it. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to touch on barf right now. So on TikTok, I recently joined social media probably about, I don't even think it's been a month, but let's just say a month now. I'm pulling up TikTok right now, and on TikTok, I have a few videos that have reached, like 20,000 views or something. So I'll explain it real quick. And, this stuff is available to everybody online. So I was sitting there one day and I was looking over my videos, and TikTok has something that comes across my screen that says, "Hey, would you like for us to promote your video?" And I say, yeah, sure. And they're like, "Hey, send us like $500 and we'll promote your video. Now, mention this. I am behind on all my bills. Mortgage, car note, gas, electricity, water, whatever it is. I'm behind on it right now. Normally, I'm not like this. And this is why I also say, be careful of the individuals you allow in your circle. Seriously. Because I normally have my credit score on point. Savings account is at a certain balance that I like it to be at and that I don't want it to go below. Bills, on point, paid. I still get to go out, have my fun. My life is normally pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So when you get around the wrong individuals, these individuals will convince you that your life isn't real, especially if you're black. Because, I grew up in Prince George's County, Maryland, which the demographics have changed over the years, honestly. When I first got here, probably around like 2000, or 1999, 2000, the demographics I would say were more Caucasians, less blacks, Asians. Not a lot of Latinos in my personal opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe I just didn't go to those areas. And then around like 2005, it was like the black community. There was a lot more blacks, a lot less whites, a lot of Hispanics people or Spanish speaking people. Asian population is pretty standard, pretty same. It doesn't really fluctuate much. Now I'm starting to notice it's 2024. I've noticed that the Caucasian population is rising again. Black population is probably decreasing, and Latino population is increasing, and Asian community, I would say, is increasing as well. And when I say Asian, I mean North Asian, South Asian, whatever part of Asia. I forgot what I was just, y'all know I lose my train of thought. But you want to be careful who you surround yourself around, because especially in my personal opinion, when you surround yourself around, like, let's say, you're hanging out with your, friends from lower income neighborhoods or whatever, they'll convince you as a black person, as a black man, that your life is not real. And I'm like, what? This doesn't make sense. Like, what I'm saying, this food tastes real, this drink tastes real, but you're telling me my life isn't real. It's like, no, your life isn't real. I grew up in this neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. This is how it is. When you wake up in the morning, is there toothpaste in your hall closet? Yeah. Yeah. Deodorant? Yeah. What do you wake up to? Same old green grass. Yeah. Birds chirping. Yeah. You know what I wake up to? Gunshots and the police fucking swirling my neighborhood. Like, that's called the beat. Yeah, they're on a beat. Yeah, the police do this thing called omnipotency, where they do a beat so that people, I don't know, think that like they are omnipotent or something. Yeah, it's like, yo, my bad, man. I got a police in my neighborhood as well. But everybody says hello to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. Like, they go around the neighborhood. Everybody says hello. People feel safe with them driving around. Hopefully it slows the speedsters down a little bit. That's just the way it is. The community actually pays for this police officer to be in the neighborhood. So it's just a little different. And when you surround yourself around, not saying that you can't, it's not about lower income or higher income or anything. It's about mentality. It's about broke is a mentality. You know what I'm saying? No offense. Don't get it wrong. And don't take this too far. 9 to 5 is a mentality. You know what I'm saying? That credit score, it's a mentality. It's not, you know what I'm saying? You could be broke and have, like my family, as well as many other families in the area, were always, I didn't always grow up in, the best neighborhoods. I've lived next to landfills a lot of my life, but a little bit of paint can go a long way. So let's say you get a house in the hood, right? Or a lower income neighborhood. There is nothing wrong with painting the walls in the house. I'm not trying to school anybody, but this is kind of how my people's like, yo, this is your situation. You know what I'm saying? But your mentality is who you are. So even if you go to jail 30 years, some individuals are going to come out. What is it? The story about the police officer and the inmate. They both grew up in the same house. One became a police officer, one became an inmate. How did you become a police officer? Well, my dad was a drunk and my mom was a drug addict. How did you become an inmate? Well, my dad was a drunk and my mom was an inmate. So it's basically your mentality. So if you cut your grass, if you try to, that's where a lot of the appearance stuff comes from, where I know I look like a bum. I don't know. I'm going to seriously start working on my image, especially with selling this book. A lot of people look in that back picture and they say, who is that guy? You know, they want to meet that guy. So I'm going to start working on it. So at times in my life, I try to work on giving the people what they want as long as it doesn't fuck my brain up. A lot of times with all the opinions and everything that everybody be throwing, it could fuck my brain up. You know, it's like, oh shit. Even just that right there. Oh, your children's book is out. Why does your podcast not align with your children's book? What the fuck? Huh? That children's book is a children's book over there for children to understand financial literacy and small business. That has nothing to do with House of B.A.R.F. Now, if children decide to listen to House of B.A.R.F., I hope they have their parents' approval. Just like, you know, hey, I put explicit on every episode. I don't even know if I use explicit or obscenities or not, you know? But again, you want to be very careful of the people you surround yourself around, because they will tell you your life isn't real. And guess where your life is about to go when you hang out with them. I'm not trying to be condescending or anything. Your life is about to go where they're at. As much as you think you can, is it easier to go uphill or downhill? You know, riding a bicycle. You know what I'm saying? And just imagine if you're trying to go uphill and you're carrying something on the back. You know, that's pretty much, no offense, what it's like when you're carrying the mentality of somebody who is broke or works the 9 to 5. Now, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5, okay? Don't get it twisted, all right? 9 to 5ers need small businesses need 9 to 5ers. What I'm saying is the individual who is wake up in the morning, eat my bowl of cereal, 9 to 5, hit the gym at 5 p.m., go home, watch an episode of some TV show, go to sleep, wake up, eat my breakfast, go to work 9 to 5. And on their finances, the credit score is pretty average. Credit debt limit, credit to debt average, pretty average. And they always want more. When you hear them on the phone, hey, such and such, you know, I want to start that small business. I got an idea, man. People need to do this. People need to do that. Oh, man, yeah, you need to start that. Yeah, we need to start that. All right, I'm about to go ahead and watch this episode of whatever show it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know, because I'm such out the loop now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really hanging out with anybody. So, like, the stuff I'm watching is stuff I want to watch. I watched The Chosen. I thought it was really good. I was looking at Blacklist. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at stuff that I kind of want to watch. So I don't even really know what's like in the loop. Like what people. Oh, Wendy Williams. Yes, I have not watched it yet. I watched a little bit of it. And also I've been looking at this war between the Houthis and the Palestinians in Israel. I've been watching that. Russia, Ukraine, I've been keeping up on. This stuff has been devastating to me, you know? And I know that's why some people say they don't look at it, but that's not fair to me. Just because it's devastating, I get to turn on some other channel. Some of these people, they didn't realize, and I want to be up to date on what's really going on. I haven't really been listening to my Democracy Now! But yeah, it's you really want to be careful of not somebody who is broke. That's different. Broke mentality. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who doesn't see themselves being the person who could start that small business, that hair salon, that candy shop, that tire shop, whatever it is. That person who can't see themselves with an 800 credit score. That person who can't see themselves teaching others. You know, instead, what is it? Because they can't do, they teach, and they're not even teaching the right stuff. You know, it's like, oh yeah, you should do this with your small business. And you're like, yeah. Oh, that idea would never work. You crazy. Ain't nobody gonna want to pay you to drive your car, and you're gonna create an application, and they're gonna put in the phone, and you're gonna go pick them up. What? You crazy? It ain't never gonna work. What? You talking about putting all of our information, computer information, into a device that we can carry in our hand? You're talking about, so you're gonna take that big ass box next to our monitors and put that in your personal hand. You crazy. That shit ain't never going to work. You know what I'm saying? So as much as people want to say like you're crazy up until you're successful and then you're a genius, fuck that. You're crazy the whole damn time. Or you're a genius the whole damn time. You know? So it's like, shit doesn't change. This person's crazy. I may be crazy. I am crazy. Whatever, people tell me I'm crazy all the time. I had to get those people out of my life. Get the fuck out. I'm getting tired of hearing that bullshit. You crazy. What the fuck does that even mean? You weird. Shut the fuck up. I don't even know what that means. Explain yourself. You know, it's like, yo, that it's a very vague term that you can throw onto somebody just because I don't know why. I don't even want to get into it. Social norms and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? This is how communities and societies are built. It's because, hey, look, out of all your individuals, we got to come up with some norms. Okay? And then you come out the box, and people are like, hey, crazy, back in the box, Joe. And you're like, yo, but something's not making sense there. For example, what I touched on, why is it the hell that people at interviews got to look a certain way? You got to look for the role you're trying to get. You got to look away for the role you're past that role. And it's like, yo, this person's been out of work for a year. They got 2 small children and a house and cars. Does their resume, does everything fit? Okay, they're probably going through a tough time. So now we're possibly going to lose out on a great candidate because they couldn't afford to get a haircut and shave their beard. They don't got clippers. Okay, they didn't get no clippers. All right? They came in here in jeans and a t-shirt. Yeah, that's about right. So what do? You sit down with them and say, hey, look, I want to let you know the office culture that we have, you typically have to be dressed like this, this, and this. This is what we're going through. Okay? So you take your time, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, this is kind of how we maintain the culture here at this office, you know. But you're fine now. You're fine. It's the interview. It's the meet and greet. We should be drinking a beer right now. I think I'm reading something about Steve Jobs. He got tired of the typical interview process. He was like, yo, you want to go out for a beer? You know what I'm saying? That's more so you can get the individual to be loose. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, you know what? Look, let me send you an Uber and let's get a few beers. Let me not put you in a situation. I don't know how much you drink. I don't know what's going on. Let me not put you in a situation where it's like we could just have this one beer. You know, if you want to have a couple, let's have a couple. I'll send you an Uber. You know, we'll sit down, we'll relax, we'll talk, and let's see if this is the best situation. You know what I'm saying? I want to see this person. What do they say? I want to see the house in the rain, in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Not saying a bad situation, but I want to see this individual. You know, and then HR. Why the hell is HR not a third party? Why is HR getting paid by the organization? So who the hell do you think they're always going to take care of? You know, so you built these norms. Anybody that comes out the norms, then you're going to be called crazy or whatever. So people try to stay inside the norms. And then that's what I mean. If you decide that you want to hang out with somebody who's like a 9-to-5 or something, and I'm not knocking 9-to-5s, okay? I know a few individuals right now that are retired, have a little small business on the side. They want to, whatever it is they want to do. They like, I don't know, whatever, crocheting or something. And they want to go back to work. The FBI buildings come to PG County. They're like, you know what? I think I'm about to apply for the FBI building. They just want a job. Nothing too hard. They don't want to get involved in workplace politics because we all know it's there. And they don't want to just be at home all day collecting checks. This is their second retirement. They retired from the first job. They got their first job at 18. They retired from that job at 36 or whatever. Then they got a job at 36. They retired from that job at 66. So they got 2 fat ass retirements coming in. They're sitting around chilling. Started a small business because, you know, their mentality, they got to get it right. You know, they worked something for 30 years, same job, 30 years. And now they're like, yo, I don't know what to do with myself. So how about I start a little, I don't know, handyman service or something, you know? And then people will be like, yo, it helps them get out and socialize. The handyman business doing well, it's got customers. And then they say, you know what, I could also pick up a small business. I mean, a 9-to-5 on the side, you know, and I'll be chilling. I'll be chilling. So, getting to BARF real quick. I know, you know me, Chan, man. I go on my tangents. I haven't been here in a little while, so I'm just trying to get into it. So a couple things. TikTok. So I had a couple of videos that got like 20,000 views or something. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my TikTok, just trying to get to understand TikTok because I don't understand shit about it. I don't even know how to monetize it. Nothing. I don't know what to do. So I'm just scrolling and TikTok throws something on my screen. Hey, promote your video. So I promote the video and I send them about $500. Next thing you know, my views just shot up immediately. Like, it was like right away. I'm like, oh fuck, shit. What's going on? Like on my regular videos, views 70, 80, you know what I'm saying? 100. I got one to reach 100. So on these other ones that I hit the promote button on, so I sent them like $500, and they just sent that shit through the roof. And they got my followers up. My followers are up to like 300 now. You know what I'm saying? And people, think it's a lot of followers. But to be honest, I think there's like somebody looking out for me. I don't know who it is. I know I'm going to get the phone call one day. What's up, Chan? I'm like, hello? It was me. I'm like, you to do what? It was me that gave you all those followers. Because there's somebody that's looking out for me because they're creating multiple accounts under the same name. Except they'll do like one little thing. They'll just change one little thing. So if it's like, let's say, Neo, it'll be Neo, then it'll be N.EO, then it'll be NE.O. And I'm like, yo, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Are you trying? Because I let it be known I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers so I can go live while I'm trading. And I saw on TikTok some company that I can get a small loan out for. So I'm trying to get a small loan, try to pay my bills, try to fund my account, and get to day trading. You know what I'm saying? So I can show these people. So that's what happened. I hit the promote button. I paid for those views. I paid for those followers. That's just what happened. So I already know. Just be prepared. If something happens where I break through, just be prepared that I'm going to hit the promote button on every fucking video. Just be prepared for that. I'm going to pay probably like $500 for every video that drops. Serious. Like, I would do that now, but I don't got the funds for it. I got bills to pay. So as soon as I create a video, because the thing that happens is, so you have all these followers and all these likes and all these views, right? I'm not even sure if all these people are real. I could be wrong about that. I'm not even sure if they're real. All right. So the thing, this is what happens. Then you have real people stop by your profile. This is how they get you. I'm not saying, that's what everybody says. This is how they get you, So when real people stop by your page and they see how many followers and likes and views you get, then they follow your page. So then that's when you get the real engaging, real people. Because, man, if I create a video, man, ain't none of these people just following me, leave a comment, none of them engage with me, nothing like that. They just follow the show. You know what I'm saying? Or follow the TikTok thing. And then other thing why I like TikTok is I can hit this button, place on other platforms. So then I can upload it to YouTube, Twitter, or whatever. So yeah, just letting you know, don't hate me in the future. This is available to us all. I told y'all with BARF, I'm going to try to be transparent with y'all. You know what I'm saying? What's going on as much as I can. Now, I will admit to you, so in these cases that I got going on, I got a couple cases going on. Literally, sometimes, like it's said, like you cannot talk about this with anyone. Okay? Like, seriously, if you talk about this with anyone, I could be in trouble. Now, if I get into a situation like that, then I cannot disclose what is going on. This is something that, this is a business deal that has been like, yo, Chan, we understand that you try to give your audience as transparent information as possible. We understand that you want to see everybody succeed. But in this deal right here, I don't know, in this clause, you cannot discuss this business deal with anybody on social media and your family, your friends. And if I sign that shit, then I gotta abide by it. I can't breach my contract. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, if there's anything I can disclose to y'all, for the most part, and also there's one more thing, and as long as it won't jeopardize the safety of me and my family and my friends, if I feel like the information I'm about to present could possibly, jeopardize our safety, then I won't disclose that information as well. Now that is, what is that? Objective? You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion. So, I'll play it safe by ear of kind of how things play out, and I'll figure out what's safe for us as a family and what's not. And then also the legalities, making sure that I abide by any contracts that I sign. So that's TikTok. Another thing that's been going on. So the book sales. I've sold approximately, I'm moving on. I'm getting up to 200 book sales. This is crazy. All right. I'm getting up to 200 book sales. I've sold probably about 140. I'm selling paperback books for 10, and I'm selling hard copies for 20. You can find it online. It's on several platforms online. I thought it was just on Amazon, Goodreads, Saxo, Barnes and Nobles. And if there's anything I forgot, I apologize. But they're saying, no, you're on so many different platforms. As your publishers, this is what we do for you. So, with that, I'll talk about that in 1 second. So I received a lot of contact information of people who want to reach out to me or want me to reach out to them and stay in contact for future events or anything that's going on. Or possibly figure out how they may not bought a copy of the book when we met in person, but they say, hey, send me your contact information. I may purchase a copy of your book online or something at a later date. Not to mention there's an ebook that's going for like $5. So I may get the ebook, you know what I'm saying, and just read that. Boom. So what I'm going to do with this contact information is I'm going to reach out to all the individuals on this contact list and say thank you so much for everything that you've done. I really do appreciate it. Please feel free to meet up with me at future events. Besides future events, I do have an event coming up March 2nd, which is this upcoming Saturday. And that event is with Barnes and Noble for 2 hours. I'm going to be setting up a table, and the dynamic is different. So at the flea market, I'm like, hey, come over here and get a book. And, they at Barnes and Noble said, no, that's not going to be the dynamic. You're pretty much going to be sitting there for 2 hours, just sitting there. And we're going to promote your book basically in the front of the store. And when people walk past, if they want to buy a copy or whatnot, they buy a copy. And then they can go back to you at your table and get a signed copy. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm just going to be sitting there. Y'all got some soup, right? Y'all get some soup. And, because I've been doing this flea market thing where I'm talking to people. I'm, hey, come over here. My name is Chandler. I authored this book, just got it published earlier this year. This book touches on small business and finance for school-aged children, blah, blah, blah. And what's your name? Where are you from? How you doing? Congratulations on the new baby, blah, blah, blah. So they're like, nah, that's not going to be the dynamic here. So I say, all right, cool. I'll make it work. So yeah, that's exciting. So I'm going to get that done. I'm going to let these people know about that. Now, as far as what my publishers are supposed to be doing, another thing I'll tell y'all about, marketing packages. Oh my gosh, I've been offered so many marketing packages, but I'm thinking of possibly just keeping the relationship with my publishers because I already got that relationship, and it's probably best for me just to keep that relationship going. So I'll read over some of these marketing packages with you real quick. If I was not told that I couldn't, so I'll go over. So, marketing bundle. So for the basic marketing bundle, and the basic marketing bundle runs approximately 5 stacks, about 5 G's, $5,000. Basic marketing package will get you, like, I guess, in an article, get you a review, something. I don't know. Then they got the second tier. We'll review and upgrade your social media. Try to get you a column in 10,000 syndicated newspapers. Try to get you a spotlight. Try to get you a trailer. So then they got another tier, which is everything basically in the first tier, second tier. And that, runs approximately about 20,000. And what they try to do is eventually they try to get you on the list to become a bestseller. So one thing you got to kind of understand, if I could say, with this world is Snoop Dogg, he had an album called "You Gotta Pay the Cost to Be the Boss." This is kind of what it becomes, So I being on this side of things, I'm kind of looking at things differently now. I'm like, oh snap, such and such is coming on, such and such talk show. Oh, they must have paid the cost to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, they must have got a marketing package, and part of their marketing package was probably, hey, we have several different talk shows and whatnot that, we're with. And if you pay this, we'll get you, 5 different talk shows, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how it goes. This is my entry level to this game. So I'm just getting this all figured out. So I'm going to go over this marketing package. Again, I'm going to try to get a loan, see if I can, because I wouldn't mind paying for one of these marketing packages. Because the thing is, like, I can't keep doing all this stuff on my own. Like, it's just not going to happen. Going around to different, restaurants and flea markets trying to sell the book. No offense. I'm never going to get out of Prince George's County, Baltimore, whatever, Virginia, D.C. I'm never going to get out of here. Only because when people find out about me, they're like, hey, we would like for you to do an event. I got one of these people, I got to remember to reach out to them. One of these people told me they would like for me to come on their radio show. It hasn't happened yet. I have had 2 people tell me that they would love for me to speak to their teenagers, not their for, like, let's say their recreational center. Love to have me come speak out. Had 3 of those offers, and I'm cool with that. I'm all about sticking with my people that help me grow. You know what I'm saying? This is supporting my people right here. However, if I keep doing all these events, I'm never going to get out to different countries, the West Coast, the Midwest, down south, up north. Like, it's not going to happen because I'm going to be in this area so long. And it's not that I'm not going to stop doing these things, but, like, I'm going to do these things, but I'm going to have a team pushing the book out to people in Minnesota, Kansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, California, Mexico, countries in Europe. So I'm still hitting the seminars at Bowie Recreational Center or this high school, still hitting those events, but my marketing is still going. It's still going. It's like, all right, cool. Because, it would be too tough for me to just do this on my own. So those are just a few things I got going on right now. I'm about to go ahead and get in here and try to sell some contracts, maybe sell a contract for JetBlue or something. I got to figure something out. I'm actually probably have to take another withdrawal, try to get these bills paid. I'm really in a bind. But I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who stops by and kicks it with your mans. I really appreciate it. You stopping by the house. I'm Chanman, and this is House of B.A.R.F. Blah! I am thrilled to introduce you to an exciting new storybook journey that I believe will capture your imagination. Allow me to present Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure, a compelling short story that promises to transport you to a world of interest, excitement, and learning. The title of the book is Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure by Chandler Hayes. In a world of colorful imagination and captivating stories, a new children's book has emerged to empower our young minds with crucial life lessons, life skills, and financial literacy. Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a cheering short story written by a talented Black author who understands the importance of equipping our youth in the early stages of life with the tools they need to navigate the realm of money, savings, and smart choices. Meet Langston Mankson and his imaginary best friend, Zonky, a pink elephant, two curious souls who embark on an adventure around the vibrant landscape of Wichita, Kansas, where Langston Mankson sets out to accomplish multiple goals and is met with obstacles that he must overcome. Langston Mankson and Zonky discover valuable lessons of talking about finances in the home in order to gain knowledge. Langston Mankson, with a little bit of confidence, the guidance of supportive parents, the help of community members like Mr. Tiller, and his imaginary best friend Zonky, Langston Mankson learns about the value of money and how to save, the importance of making thoughtful spending decisions, the significance of thinking outside the box when met with challenges with money, and the joys of sharing with others. Through relatable experiences and engaging storytelling, young readers are introduced to the fundamental concepts of money, such as earning, saving, and spending responsibly. Langston Mankson set savings goals, teaching children the importance of planning for future needs and dreams. The book celebrates diversity and the different perspectives on money, shedding light on its role in different people's lives. The characters' interactions emphasize the joys of serving others, the gift of sharing, and making a positive impact in their community. The pages of Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure come to life with vibrant illustrations. The colorful and imaginative visuals not only captivate young readers, but also enhance their understanding of complex financial concepts. Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is coming soon to bookstores and online realtors. It is a must-have addition to any child's library, fostering essential life skills while sparking the joy of reading. Empower the young minds in your life with the gift of financial literacy and imagination. Join Langston Mankson, Zonky, family, and friends on their extraordinary journey of running a drink stand to set them on the path of a brighter future. Your opinion means a great deal to me. I would be honored if you would consider exploring Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback could play an invaluable role in shaping the future of this project. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to discuss the book further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Your support in spreading the word about Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure would mean the world to me, and I deeply appreciate your consideration. I am a passionate advocate for financial literacy. Me, Chandler Hayes, and am excited to join the community of storytellers. With a background in finances, I am driven to inspire children to embark on their own adventures of learning and discovery through the power of literature. Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a heartfelt endeavor to promote financial literacy in a fun and accessible way. As a Black author, I'm committed to providing children of all backgrounds with the tools for success, and I am proud to contribute to a more financially informed generation. Thank you for taking the time to explore this advertisement, and I look forward to the possibility of sharing this extraordinary literature adventure with you. Please feel free to contact me. You can reach me at the email c287gph@gmail.com. All right, thank you. Warmest regards. Have a great day. God bless.